This is a Squiz podcast. We're your shortcut to being informed.
Squiz Kids!
It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Hello, Squiz Kids, and welcome to this very special chat with a very important person. Today, I'm chatting with Julie Inman-Grant, who has no less important a job than keeping us all safe online. Now, that's no mean feat, and I'm delighted to say Julie, who is Australia's eSafety Commissioner, has taken time out of her busy schedule to join us here on the podcast to chat about media literacy. Julie Inman-Grant, welcome to Squiz Kids.
Thank you so much, Bryce. It's great to be here. And please do tell that to my kiddos, and perhaps I'll seem just a little less embarrassing to them.
Now, Julie, Squiz Kids and eSafety have something really important in common. We're both determined to help teach kids about media literacy, which is a fancy way of saying keeping kids safe online and giving them the skills to tell online fact from fiction. Now, we have a little program called Newshounds, teaching primary school kids to be critical consumers of media, and you have your Mighty Heroes videos. Tell us a little bit about those.
Well, I have to say there cannot be too much animation in animation. So we actually have 4 Mighty Heroes, Bryce, each one helping kids to stay safer online.
Yep.
So back in our day, we were taught the 3 R's of reading, writing, and arithmetic, even though only one of those words starts with an R.
Yep.
But for the digital age, we actually have 4 actual R's: respect, responsibility, resilience, and reasoning skills. And each of these superpowers align with a Mighty Heroes character.
Okay.
So there's Wanda the Echidna, and her superpower is responsibility. So she understands the importance of protecting her personal information, and, having access to technology is a privilege that needs to be earned. And then there's River the Sugar Glider, whose superpower is respect. She knows how important it is when you're online to be respectful of others and always show kindness and support. And then we have, he's kind of scary looking, Dusty the Frill-Necked Lizard.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, well now Dusty loves playing games online, and I'm sure lots of your listeners do too.
They sure do, yes.
Yep. So Dusty's superpower is trusting his gut. He knows that if something doesn't feel right, it's probably because it's not right. And he knows to ask for help from a trusted adult. And finally, there's Billy the Bilby, whose superpower is to investigate by using his critical reasoning skills. So Billy is always carrying a magnifying glass, and he's really good at checking to see whether things he sees online are true or not. Very similar to your Squizzy, the Newshound.
Yeah, I think Squizzy and Billy would get on very well. And we'll come to Squizzy in a moment. But first, for all the parents listening out there, why is it important for kids to arm themselves with these superpowers?
Well, Bryce, as you know, we are literally swimming in vast amounts of information online. It's like this vast ocean, and kids need to know if that boat they're seeing bobbing in the distance is real, or perhaps it's a mirage.
Nice.
Now, the internet has brought so many wonderful things to our lives. The way it connects people from all over the world is a remarkable thing. And of course, over the pandemic, it became our everything. To learn, create, explore, entertain, and connect. But unfortunately, for all the good that it has brought us, there's also some bad, just as in the real world. So it's really important for parents and kids to protect themselves and to do so together. Now, I'm not saying we all need to be terrified all the time, just to be cautious and to be aware that not everything we see online is real. Related to this, the internet shouldn't be our everything like it was during the pandemic. We still need a healthy balance in our lives and getting outside and interacting with our friends in person too.
Yeah, absolutely. And the lessons that we can learn from Wanda, River and Dusty are important too, aren't they?
Absolutely. Wanda knows not to share her personal information online, even with friends, even with BFFs, as my kids say. Your logins and your usernames and passwords are yours and yours alone. And protecting them is super, super important. Now, River, who I love, understands how important it is to be kind and respectful online. Whether playing an online game or on social media, she knows that everyone has feelings and it's important to always be kind. Being mean online can make you a bully, and the impact your words have on others on the internet can really cut deep.
Yeah.
So digital stones, it can break your bones. And now, Dusty knows to trust his gut. Every kid, no matter what age, has that really important superpower. If you encounter something or someone online that makes you feel uncomfortable, you know, like when your tummy feels a bit funny, then you should talk to a trusted adult. And adults have an important role here in terms of co-viewing and co-playing with our kids.
Yes.
And keeping open lines of communication about what's happening online.
Yeah.
Letting our kids know that we will help them through anything without the threat of device denial, which is kind of like taking away a kid's left arm.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. I absolutely love it.
And of course, your very own Squizzy the Newshound is doing really, really important detective work out there too, Bryce. I love mystery games, and the animation is next level.
Thank you.
Tell us what he's all about.
Yeah, well, Squiz Kids have been catching up with Squizzy the Newshound every week now in the podcast for about a year. He pops in every Wednesday and he reports back on fishy stories that he's found on the internet. And now we're excited to say he's launched his very own 8-part media literacy podcast for primary school kids. Kids are invited to join Squizzy as he makes his way through a media literacy board game, earning badges along the way, including a magnifying glass, a torch to shine a light on the truth, a set of handcuffs to arrest information. It's made for classrooms. It's all packaged up with a website and videos, plus a classroom booklet for kids to follow along, and a super easy to use teacher manual. And get this, it's free to all schools in Australia and New Zealand.
That is very clever and really amazing.
Thank
I'm
you.
sure both kids and teachers will love it.
Yeah.
It seems to me that together with Squiz Kids and the Mighty Heroes, they are collectively the superheroes of media literacy, fighting disinformation and helping kids live their best lives online. So we've got to teach these lessons early and often, in home and at school.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. So, Julie, how can kids, parents, or teachers find out more about the Mighty Heroes?
Yep. The best place to start is the eSafety website, esafety.gov.au.
Yep.
And this is where kids can meet the Mighty Heroes in a series of fun animated videos.
Cool.
There are also some great conversation starters parents can use with their kids. Now, this could be really good school holiday activity. I know we're going on like a 10-hour road trip. You can only play, Spotto for so long.
many times, yep.
Yeah, and there are a bunch of classroom resources there too, plus a link to posters and a helpful guide for teachers.
Perfect. And what was that address again?
I will give it to you again. esafety.gov.au. One word, no hyphens.
Okay, good to know. I'll put a link to that in today's episode notes, as well as a link, of course, to Newshounds, which you can find out more by visiting squizkids.com.au. Now, Julie, I'm sure you've got lots of important work to get on with. Thank you for taking time to drop by Squiz Kids HQ and chat to us about safety online.
It is my absolute pleasure, Bryce.
Now, it's something of a Squiz Kids tradition to get all of our guests to do the Squiz Kids sign-off. Julie Inman-Grant, would you please do the honours?
Now just get out there and have a most excellent day.
Over and out.